us, it's about our ability to stop them in one-on-one situations. I think we're going to do a decent job stopping their actions, but then it's going to be stopping them one-on-one. They do a really good job cutting back door. So.
Prolificness from the three-point line that can be the real difference in today's game if the Queens let it be.
A lot of side stories to this one. Michaela Cowling, first time she gets to go up against Jordan Horston this season.
Going to be very interesting. Michaela Cowling, one of the best defenders in the league. She's got the physicality to keep anyone from going where they want to go. The question will be, what's her quickness against Jordan Horston? In particular, on that first step, Jordan Horston gets the ball on the wing. She can attack like lightning. Can Michaela Cowling keep up to that initial attack? If so, it's going to be a nice matchup for her.
Horston had 33 points in her game against them earlier this season. Ashley Jones averages 30 a game this season against the Queens.
Ashley Jones averages 30 against anybody who walks in this gym because she is a professional scorer. Jordan Horston does it in a different way. She can drive, she can get to the cup. Ashley Jones, a great shooter, but the movement without the basketball, that's what makes her so dangerous.
Look at Falou Brown as well, double-double in all 3 games against the Fire. That's how the Fire will start. Jaeger Jones, Dale Cowling and Nick Spadden. And the starters for the Queens, Chagas, Beck, Horston, Park and Brown. Gee, there's some stars on show here in the grand final today.
A lot of stars on the court to start things. It's going to be interesting to see how deep these two teams go into their benches. Not a lot of confidence from the coaching staff on that deep bench, but there are players who have called upon can contribute.
2024 GJ Gardner Homes Tohi Grand Final. Queens and the Fire. We're underway as Horston gets it to Beck. Strap yourselves in. It'll be the Queens with the opening possession. Straight to Jordan Horston, inside on Jones. First points are good.
I love the positioning there of Jordan Horston, the deep catch against Ashley Jones. That's not the matchup I think the Fire want, but we'll see if they stick with Jones on Horston for the rest of the quarter.
Chagas has Jaeger. Keep an eye on that. Here they are. Horston on Jones, as you mentioned. McKenna Dale, the hot shooter, from one to the other. Jones! Down it goes.
Not really complicated action, but a nice little screen to clear out Jones in the corner, away from the defensive attention of Jordan Horston.
Such a dangerous team beyond the arc, the Fire. Give and go. No good. Chagas to Park. Jaeger comes up with it. She's on the move here all the way to the cup and draws contact from Stella Beck.
Well, on the offensive end for the Queens, just too much mustard on that hot dog with that small amount of space for Ji-Hoon Park to pick up the catch. And then I like the patience of Morgan Jaeger. Look at this. Oh, you're going to give me the lane? I will take the lane. And then the last second switch from the left to the right to get it out of the reach of Stella Beck, off to the Chemist Warehouse for 2.
Well, we mentioned that one goes down.
We mentioned a lot of stats today, Justin, but free throws are one that certainly can come up and help one team to get this victory. The 5 pretty solid from the line. The Queens can be, but they've had a couple of their star players turn in less than impressive seasons from the stripe, so that could be a factor.
Rebound number 1 there for Lou Brown, top rebounder in Tauihi this season. 12 offensive rebounds against the Pauakai in last week's semi-final. Stella Beck here on the drive, scoops it up and puts it in.
Just a little eyebrow fake that got McKenna Dale on those tippy toes, and that opened the driving lane, and a nice finish with the right hand on the left side of the court for the captain.
Early stages of the big dance, 4 apiece, both teams settling in. Jaeger under pressure.
It's going to be 3 seconds any second now, and it is the call. Lara McSpadden had the mismatch, but Morgan Jaeger was unable to get her the ball initially because of great on-ball defense at the point of attack. They swung it through, but McSpadden has to reposition herself outside the key. Can't stay in the center of it unless that ball's coming down. Waited too long. Good call by the court officiating crew.
There's the Argentinian, Florencia Chagas, MVP of the 2022 Tauihi Grand Final, of course. Championship on that day in Nelson for the Queens. Let's see what Chagas can do. Hot pass inside. Brown one-on-one here with Dale up and in. No, Horston floats in. Offensive rebound. She's off to the Chemist Warehouse.
Just excellent anticipation by Jordan Horston. She was all the way in the deep corner when that shot went up and just worked her way around the basket. She comes all the way around from the other side to get that rebound, using that athleticism to sky above the other players before getting that contact from McKenna Dale and offensive rebounds. If you let the Queens get up on the offensive glass, you are asking for trouble to give this team second chance opportunities.
77 WNBA games with Seattle Storm, just 23 years of age out of the University of Tennessee. Of course, the Queens have 3 from that fantastic collegiate program in the States. Hello to all of the viewers today through ESPN and the Lady Bolts fans. Turnover for the Phi, a couple in a row.
Well, just indecision is what we're seeing from the Phi in the half court right now. And this has not been the case for them the last few weeks. They're not being definitive in where they want to go to. They sort of want to go to Lara McSpadden, but they're not sure about it. That time Michaela Cowling's looking shot. Instead, it's a jump pass. McSpadden not ready for it.
Defense the plan for the Queens today. Let's not forget the Phi had a 17-2 start against the Kahu in the semi-final. Tough going early here. Beck all the way to the basket. She's got a couple.
Well, they are really respecting Stella Beck at the three-point line. I don't think you need to do that. She hasn't had a great year from 3. Most of the ones she hit in one game is Jaeger gets all the way to the cup with the left. Fantastic effort in that semi-transition. And this is the difference maker for me for the Phi. Since she's been inserted into the lineup, yes, McKenna Dale became a starter, but when they got Morgan Jaeger back, we found positional versatility, it was still there, but there was some stability, and Jaeger gives quite the smile to Lou Brown after that one. And Florencia Chagas to let her know.
A little bit of an Aussie grin there to an Argentinian defender. Gotta love it. Stars from around the world this year in Tauihi. As Jaeger converts the three-point play, we're tied up at 7 apiece. Big crowd here this afternoon in Tauranga.
You're answering the call, Justin. You called for it, and they showed up.
Nice to see Ji-Hoon Park back of the iron. Rebound, Cowling up strong. What a star. Dale now. Back to Cowling. Some indecision. She goes it alone. Can't finish. McSpadden up, in, yes.
McSpadden was pumped up. She was waiting for that first touch. Finally got one, and at the finish, it's all about defensive rebounding for the Phi. If they can get that initial one, they can start this transition and get going.
Horston for 3. And here comes the run of the Phi. We know they love to get up the court quickly. McKenna Dale.
And just like that, the switch is flipped, and this team has got something going in offense on the transition game. We're having a timeout underneath. I think there was a shot clock problem, didn't quite start, so we're going to shoot that back down to about 16. But it's all about the stops. The Phi can run on anyone. I love that kick ahead. And McKenna Dale playing with great confidence right now. She was instrumental in the semifinal, has been instrumental in this team over all season long, but in particular, she's the end of the starting lineup.
Lena Snyder comes in for Lara McSpadden.
Leading the league in steals is Snyder off the bench. And what she does defensively is bring a little oomph to this lineup.
Lou Brown can hit threes. There you go. There she is, Lou Brown, the double-double machine.
That's how you punish the hard show. If they're going to show that hard on it, I have to hit the shot. Lou Brown with a big hit.
Jones in strong on Beck. Just leans across, commits the foul.
Stella.
Well, that's a clever finish with the right hand there by Ashley Jones. If she goes with the left running away, you might not get that contact, you might not get the whistle. But watch at the last second how she goes up with the right. That closes the gap, and Stella Beck is thinking, I'm gonna contest on the outside shoulder. Instead, it's on the inside. Can't avoid the contact. Straight to the stripe for Ashley Jones, who is right now the leading scorer in the league after leaping Jordan Horston during the semifinal.
First one is good from the Chemist Warehouse. Averages 30 a game this season against the Queens. Ashley Jones out of Iowa. All of her family will be at home watching on. Hope you're well. Second one is good as well. Little bit of a run here for the Phi.
Actually, did you say Ashley Jones out of Iowa? Out of the state of Iowa, but she is out of Iowa State.
There you go.
You got to be careful with those fans in Iowa, talking between the Hawkeyes and the Cyclones.
Absolutely.
There's we make sure that we let them know that we know what we're talking about down here in New Zealand.
We don't want to start any arguments over there either. That's the last thing we want. 14-10 early in the first period of this Tauihi Grand Final. Here's Horston, pass inside the park. A little bit too much on it for the Korean. Schneider with her first rebound.
Yeah, that's a tough miss for Ji-Hoon Park. Normally so efficient. As we take our look first at Tiana Clark out there, Queen's going deep in the bench.
Jaeger able to keep it in under pressure now. Shot clock down to single digits. Horston in the lane. Another turnover for the Phi. Tiana Clark, the young Kiwi, up with it. Nowhere to go. Park flashing through, well covered by Jaeger. Great hands, turnover, Phi now. Schneider, Kitasame, Dale, over the top.
Really nice basketball in the transition, but a little better than Medicine coming back at him.
Horston running the lane so well. Margin back to 2. Schneider with some space. Park just stood her ground. Well done.
Well, it's a couple of bunnies on fast breaks that the Phi have missed. And right now what they need is a little patience. They're fired up. Yes, you want to attack. You want to keep attacking, but you need great shots. That's 3 misses that very easily could have been 3 makes. Just take a little bit more time to get that good look.
Ji-Hoon Park, step back 3, no, halfway down.
Created some great space with that step back, but unable to hit it.
Here's Jaeger. The Jaeger ball, yes!
Well, where's that last line of defense? Quite often it's Tamari Key. She's not out there right now because of the speed of this Phi squad. But that means someone else has to come across and defend that shot and defend the basket.
Nice pass, Horston to Brown. And we've seen 3 drives to the basket, Casey, from this Phi team on the left-hand side. Dale pulls up and drains the triple.
McKenna Dale in transition is unstoppable right now. What a decision coming down, letting it fly, the 7-point lead. And we have a timeout to the Queens.
The hot shooting Phi out by 7, Case. And they are doing as we expected. Long range and just as good getting to the rack.
Well, early moments of this game have been all about transition for the Phi and for the Queens. Then we see McKenna Dale say, if you're gonna step back, I'm gonna knock this one down all afternoon long. Splash goes the triple in transition, and McKenna Dale off to a hot start already with 6 points on 2 of 3 from deep.
Shoots the threes at 41% this season. All of the stats, of course, with thanks to our official stats provider of Tauihi Chemist Warehouse. The 2 coaches in action as we speak. Tanya Tupu for the Queens, Alex Stojkovic for the Phi. So much riding on their shoulders here this afternoon.
Well, one surprise right now for me, 3 turnovers to each team in the early going. In just 6 minutes, we've got over a turnover a minute. That's the nerves of a final. Trying to get yourself ready for it. Everybody's amped up, playing with a lot of pressure. Let's see if that doesn't lift or drop for either team.
Let's head down to Maya Williamson. She's been listening into the Queens. Maya.
Yeah, really interesting chat from Tanya Tupu there. Massive focus on defensive transition. They've got to stop the Phi, otherwise it's going to be hard. And offensively, just passing the ball, moving a little bit. A massive emphasis from them on finding their shooters.
3 of 3 from long range for the Phi already. Nobody puts up more shots from beyond the arc than this Phi team. The Queens are 1 of 3.
Not particularly accurate from deep, considering how many they do, but they have certain players in Jones and Dale when they get hot. say goodnight because it's over.
Horston, the bullet inside to Brown. Battle on the boards.
That's their third bunny in the first quarter that the Queens have missed. Those 6 points make it an even game. They're going to go find a way to get those to drop.
Stella Beck did point out before the game, late call there by Ryan Jones. In fact, Callum Welsh with the whistle. And Dale's going to head to the Chemist Warehouse. Stella Beck did point out pre-game, Case, this is the first time that the Queens have played in this stadium this season.
Yeah, they had a trip down to Topo earlier in the season because the venue was unavailable. The Phi have gone on the road a couple of times. And also, the first time that Jordan Horston has seen Michaela Cowan, it's very interesting when you come to a venue for the first time. Normally, you have a little familiarity with it. You know what the temperature's going to be like. You know the spots in the floor. But it's all brand new for the Queens, which certainly makes it a little bit more difficult. And it's those incremental challenges that you have to overcome in a title game.
Game high scorer right now, McKenna Dale with 7. Parents are in the crowd from Connecticut. Dale and Kate watching on. McKenna Dale, second one is good. 6 of 7 from the Chemist Warehouse in this opening quarter for the Phi. And they lead by 9.
This is a big 4 minutes here for the Queens. I don't think they can go in down 10 and still have a realistic shot at keeping it going. They need to find a way to make inroads right now.
We're down by 16 with 8 to play against the Pauakai, but this Phi, they're a different unit, and they come down with it again. Snyder to Cowling, to the corner. Jones just couldn't get it right in the end. Gets it back, though, somehow. Blocked to Horston. Gee, Ashley Jones just bobs up everywhere.
Well, she's not your typical scorer that just, give me the ball and then I'll start working then. She's got hustle in every aspect of the game when she's on the hardwood. You see it ripping the ball away after the miss, doesn't give up on the play, and keeps possession for the foul.
Takes 9 rebounds a game as well. Snyder. Oh, this is a hot start for the Phi.
That's a clever offensive move there by Elena Snyder with a little step out, reaching to the left to take away that shot blocking ability of Lou Brown.
And that's 4 baskets for the Phi to the left side off the glass. Through hands, Tiana Clark.
There's one player you do not want to leave open. It's Tiana Clark. She has the all-time record for the Phi in threes made in a game.
At 11, of course, back in 2022, still stands today as the league record. A miss for the Phi. Horston sizing up her options here. Thought she had contact, draws contact a second time, has a look over at the coin officials.
Oh.
Queens get it back. They'll score, they do.
Well, as the steal was happening, I also saw a little extracurricular activity between Horston and Snyder. A little bit of smack talk going on there. I love it.
Horston with the tap. Nice work off the boards. Beck, Horston from up top. That one short. Rebound. Look at Lou Brown get after it. Hadn't lost it.
I like the Queens better right now when they attack the rim. They're settling for some of these deep looks.
Cowling on the pull-up, active, can't score, rebound Park.
For the Phi, I'd like to see a bit more ball movement, get that ball going from side to side, but right now the drives are easy pickings, so they're taking them.
Tiana Clark in the corner by herself. Park comes up short, no, down the arm with the contact.
Fantastic footwork there. There's Newman Park coming around with the spin move to left shoulder, creating some space, getting that contact. And I don't think the Queens have played great in this last 4 minutes, but they've held the levy. They're only down 6. Really easy for them to get right back in the ball game with a couple of makes. And they're making the Phi work harder as the game goes along, as we see Samari Key checking in for the first time with McSpadden, who's just checked in. If I'm the Phi and Laura McSpadden, I'm doing nothing but running that lane and looking for opportunities on the fast break.
Newman Park. Queens actually have 3 of the top 4 shot blockers in Tauihi. Horston, Beck and Key all sit amongst the top 4 for block shots per game.
Jordan Horston is a stat stuffer. She's top 2 in scoring, top 2 in assists. She's not too far from marking rebounds. She's up there in blocks. I mean, does it all. It's been such a joy to watch her impact on the game.
Andrew Mulligan's just fallen off his chair, by the way, with a lane violation. That's his
favorite. Hey, we gotta get the scourge of the game out of the game. It's a scourge.
And it's added a point for the Queens.
That's why you don't go early.
23-19, dying seconds of this opening quarter. Grand Final 2024.
The zone defense here for the Queens can be difficult for them to rebound out of. And McSpadden wants it on the interior.
And may get it. What a pass. Jaeger to McSpadden, the two Aussies.
Beautiful angle taken by Jaeger there. I'm not even sure how that got through. Must have eyes, but nice job by McSpadden not to give up on the play and wait for it to get to her so she can get the finish.
Horston, 5 in the game. Tiana Clark. Tamari Key, her first touch. Inside. Pass just over the top of Horston. They will get it back, though, the Queens with 5 on the shot clock.
I really like that deep catch for Jordan Horston, but it needs to be a more accurate pass. That time Key goes for the lob. That's an easy bounce pass. You get the angle, makes it much easier for her to keep the defender, in this case, Stella Beck, off her back.
McKenna Dale takes a break. Oh, into Horston, Beck. They can't complete it. Looked athletic. Jaeger now. Around 1, around 2. Oh, no one going near the Jaeger bomb.
Man, it's hot in the gym, but that was ice cold with the Hezi freezer because she was going nowhere as Jaeger gets the layup.
Margin at 8. Beck to the corner. Clark around Cowling, steps through. Back to the captain. And another missed shot inside for the Queens. The rim runner, McSpadden, hesitation. Oh, how good is that?
And just like that, a 10-point game was 23-17, a 6-2 run. Can they add to it, or can the Queens get a little momentum back to kill the quarter?
What a finish here by the Phi. They are fired up right now, a full house. Look away pass, Horston to Key.
McSpadden again.
2 in a row, Laura McSpadden.
She's just got that right now. She's got the ability to run. Can Stella Beck bring out some magic?
Gets it up in time and nearly puts it down. So a quarter down in the GJ Gardner Homes Tauihi Grand Final for 2024. And we are fired up. The home team, they lead it by 12. Hockey Maya, welcome back. 1 quarter down in the 2024 Grand Final. The Phi lead it by 12. Taylor Johnson's been listening in to Alex Stojcevic. TJ.
Oh, Justin, obviously he was praising their work in transition, both on offense and defense. He kept saying, let them push their passes, just keep pushing the pace, make them be frantic because it's working for them at the moment. But he keeps saying to McSpadden, make sure you get down there, get ready for that pass because they were looking to go quickly each time.
Thanks, TJ. Let's go straight down to Queens coach Tanya Tupu. Tanya, thanks for joining us. All the attention on the outside for the Phi, but gee, they were damaging inside in that first quarter.
Oh, they're damaging in the trans, and you know, off the back of our misses, you know, our putbacks, and we're not getting back. And McSpadden's held got to do a better job.
Offensively, 19 points in the quarter, but missed a few bunnies. How do you feel about the execution on this end?
Oh, we're a bit slow trying to get into it. We're a bit stop-start on our offensive sets. We need a little bit more continuity going. We can't expect Jordan to do everything, and we need to hit our outside shots.
Appreciate your time, Coach. We'll let you get back to the task at hand. An early score for the Phi and one of those missed outside shots for the Queens. And look at that, the margin at 14 early in the second.
Well, another turnover for the Queens as well. That's their 5th. The first time the turnover wasn't caused by a steal. The Phi, 4 steals in that first quarter, locking it on the lanes.
Well, the presents under the Christmas tree looking all right for the Phi at the moment, Case, as they get to work again for another 2. Kilasome.
I really like the way the Phi have developed this season offensively with their off-ball cutting. When a driver gets in and gets stuck, somebody's going to come and be a release valve at some point. Queens have to be hyper-aware of it. Danger
Signs for the Queens as they miss from outside again. Brown, troublesome. Another offensive rebound and finish for her.
Gave her the fake and bye-bye. McSpadden opens up that finish. Lou Brown grinding herself to 2 points, but they need some more.
Jaeger with the pull-up 3. Brown another board. Chagas, a quiet first quarter for her. That would have helped.
I think great defense there by Jaeger. Slides well before the contact happens.
Brown with 7 rebounds for the Queens. League leading. Another turnover. Park missed the mark on Chagas.
I mean, that's a layup that they just gave up there, unfortunately. Nice reaction by Horston as Michaela Cowan tried the ball for the ball for leg. I love that cross-court pass to initiate the transition, but unfortunately Park just thought she was playing with Taco Fall out there, but she's got Florencia Chagas.
3 meetings between these two in 2024. Queens by 2, Queens by 12, and then the Phi on their hot streak got up big in their 3rd game by 34.
Lou Brown really goes out of her cylinder to get that rebound. Quick shots by the Phi, that's their style, but that can leave that door open for the Queens if they can start taking advantage on the offensive end.
Jiwon Park hasn't really got going yet. Brown's been very good. Double-double watch again. She's up to 7 and 7.
When the Queens go onto the interior, they're having a lot of success, whether it's with Horston or Lou Brown down there. That's where I'd focus offensively if I was Tanya Tupu.
Jaeger, crafty, just searching for a basket here. Did a lot right. Tough shot in the end.
Ashley Jones hustling through, nearly getting that one back. The Queens slowing the pace down and back on into the interior.
Brown comes up with it inside. Another 2 for her. She's the go-to right now. Timeout for the Phi. Coach Stojkovic has seen enough as Lou Brown starts to make her mark on this grand final.
Well, just chuck that ball on the downside. Yeah, you know, the Phi have excellent all-over size, but when McSpadden's not in the game, the Queens have the advantage on the block. Lou Brown, excellent footwork. She's shown a knack for getting this Queens team's engine revving when it's been a little bit cold. That's the case today.
Head down to the Phi, have a listen in to Coach Alex Stojkovic.
Offensively, right now, too slow. Pick up the pace right now, okay? Horston is scarce. Push, push, push. Get it down the floor, run hard. Rim run, or punch screen, either or, okay, right? Hey, next one down. We're going to zoom, okay? Get into the zoom. Lena, you catch it here. Wait for it to come through. Ashley, come out of the corner. Get it off Lena, okay? Get it off Lena. Get into the lane. If they go under, shoot it, okay, right? When zooms here, zooms, okay, right? Hey, we're good. Keep the pace up right now. Let's go.
Well, Coach Alex Stojkovic talking about keeping the pace up. Let's go down to Maya Williamson.
Well, you're right, Casey. They're going to start going to Lou Brown now. Tanya Tupu drawing up some things to get low catches for Lou Brown because she's been so effective. They were praising that and trying to get more of that. Taylor, what were they speaking about in the Phi huddle over there?
Well, the first thing he said was, offensively, we're too slow. I just told you to push the pace, and you didn't do that. So he's asked for them to be a bit quicker on offense, try and find some different lanes, but also rebounds. He said, get more rebounds, especially the offensive boards.
If he thinks that's slow, this guy does not want to see me get out of bed in the morning. Because this is fast.
Casey, I'll give you a tip. Nobody wants to see you.
Oh, somebody somewhere. Come on, Justin.
Jones, the 3. Front of the iron, loose ball. Smiler did exceptionally well there. Dale now from downtown.
Dialed in. McKenna Dale has the family inside, and She is playing inspired basketball. 11 points, 3 for 3 from deep.
Game high for the destroyer, McKenna Dale. Ji-Hoon Park still searching for her first field goal of the game, and there it is.
Right back to the block. The Queens spreading that floor out, have an advantage. Let's see if they can keep pressing it.
Snyder up and over. Brown with the foul.
Oh, don't call a T on that, Ryan Jones. Don't call a T on that. Lou Brown had showed a little emotion, waved her hand, saying it's not a foul. It was very close. You could tell it was very close to getting a technical foul, but there's got to be some space for the emotion in the game.
There is Lou Brown, averaging a double-double in season 2024.
Let's go, something.
No doubt the Queens will be desperate to get her back in 2025. Special call-out case. A couple of players here this afternoon. Grace Hunter for the Queens and Eva Langton for the Fight. Both today playing in their third successive grand final.
Not bad to always be there at the big dance. Both hoping to get that hard work back once again. Langton, of course, spent a bit of time with the Queens organization.
Snyder converts from the Chemist Warehouse. That margin sits at 13, midway through the second. Some horns action for the Queens. Park wanted to give it up in the end. Gets on the drive, tough from there. Lou Brown again, a lot of contact. There it is, there's the foul.
Well, Lou Brown complains on one end and gets the benefit of the doubt down here. Elena Snyder looked like good defense from the angle we had, but this emphasis on going into the block, paying dividends for the Queens, not just in getting buckets, but also slowing down the pace of the game. Just a little bit out of position for Snyder there, got a little bit outside of horizontal. That's why the whistle doesn't go her way. Brown already looking for 10 points in the scoring ledger, misses the first from the Chemist Warehouse.
Winding back the clock pace just a week ago as the second one goes down. Of course, the Queens got here their third straight grand final after that miraculous comeback against the Pauakai, and the Phi went to the big smoke, took down the Kahu, the reigning champs. And that's why we're here this afternoon. McSpadden, Cowan wanted it, will get it, ran all the way around. What a play for the Phi.
Really nice decision there by McSpadden, letting it develop, and then the athleticism of Cowan getting it done.
The Korean international, Ji-Hoon Park, closed down by Cowling. Here's Gianna Clark. That one just a little bit too deep. Now Jaeger, look at the explosion, sends it back outside. McSpadden, Cowling, corner, three.
That's a two. That foot was on the line. Two is called, but great ball movement, getting that around things. Cowling with her first look to drop.
All of a sudden back out to 16. Queens, can they respond? The captain, Stella Beck, takes a bump, sends it to the corner for Ji-Hoon Park. Look right off the hand. That's what was needed.
Well, nice movement into the paint. That's forcing the Phi defense to sag in, creating just enough space for Park on that catch. Nice find by Beck.
She's one the Queens will want to get going, Ji-Hoon Park. She's had some big games against the Phi this season. 24-year-old.
Oh, she wants another.
Had a quick look, didn't she? Now Horston inside. Turnaround jumper. She gets contact down the front of the arm.
Yeah, and just in the flow of the game, not a bad shot by Jordan Horston, but every time right now the Queens don't attack the basket, I think they're letting the Phi off the hook. Especially if it's not McSpadden and Lou Brown one-on-one. If you're able to pull McSpadden out of that painted area and open up some room for the other players to drive, you have to keep that mindset. You have to keep attacking, no matter what the fatigue, no matter what you're thinking about it, because that's what's putting pressure on this Phi back line defensively.
And it's a real celebration here this afternoon, Casey, as Horston puts down two from the Chemist Warehouse. Of course, today's grand final is game number 100 in GJ Gardner Homes. Tauihi, just 3 seasons old, chalking up the milestone today. What a ride, what a journey it's been to the 100th game.
Been pretty fun to be a part of, the inception of this competition. All credit, of course, to the players out there, but it's nice to have a little small part.
Jones. A lot of close attention on her, opening the things up right now for Cowling.
Lou Brown is all over the glass. She is hoovering these things down. That's rebound number 10.
Cowling, fantastic hands in the lane, forces the turnover. Look out, here comes the scoring machine. Jones. Cowling has been active the last couple of minutes, doing some great things at both ends. Feeling it, Snyder in the corner. Look at Beck, close checking, Brown in the lane. Oh, there's a little touch in the back there on McSpadden.
June Park had her wrapped up, had the arm wrapped around her. She's trying to say that McSpadden was actually holding the knee off. But when you're giving up a few inches down there, you got to get a little creative with the arms. And that time it was McSpadden getting the benefit of the doubt on the whistle.
Off the baseline, Cowling. Look at Jones quickly up the top. That was the play. Gets on the dribble. Park once, twice. What a contact there. Snyder from the corner. And Hayley Smiler there, just knocking it out of the hands of Tiana Clark. Two young Kiwis doing battle.
This Phi offense is frenetic. It is just, at any given point in time, that ball could fly up there.
No bad shot. That's their rule.
They're
No
just
bad
chipping
shot.
it around, going. I know it's their rule. I look at it a little bit differently, personally, but the speed, the frenzy with which you're put in defensively, where you have to stay ready at all times, that can be draining on a team, especially the one that's on the road.
It's a big green light when it comes to shooting for the Phi this season. They've made their move, haven't they?
Good freedom of movement call.
The Taronga Phi.
A couple of really good active shooting.
Jones just hanging in there right now, heading towards halftime.
Well, looking at things statistically, 4 more made field goals for the Phi. It's a steal. Being able to get those steals, they have 5 of them as what's get it done. And speaking of steals, Justin.
This is my favourite. This is my favourite. Gee, our throws are getting good, aren't they?
So.
The $30 Sal's NBL Steel Combo. It's an absolute ripper. Champion 2024 is the code. That is a very apt code as well. That is available until Christmas Eve. Get some
stop
Sal's
it.
in here.
Let's keep that going for as long as possible. But right now it's pretty even. Outside of turnovers, 6 turnovers to the Queens, 4 for the Phi. Threes are the one that's most particular to me. 4 for 10 for the Phi, 3 for 11 for the Queens. If they can keep those made three-pointers relatively close, I think they have a shot in this game. Even though they're down 11 now, they'll be able to work their way back in, but it's going to have to be possession by possession.
A lot of attention on the two WNBA stars. Ashley Jones with 5 points, 1 of 6 shooting. Horston with 7, 2 of 7 shooting. They're going to get going at some stage. Maybe Horston right here. Look at the attention on Jordan Horston. Gives it up to Beck. Steps around in Stella Beck style.
Oh, fantastic footwork. Jordan Horston taking a lot of contact down there, but kept her balance and found her teammate, and Stella Beck rewarded her.
And just chipping away the Queens, aren't they? Back to 9. Tiana Clark up quickly. They spread the floor.
I like this matchup for the Phi, bringing McSpadden back in to guard Lou Brown, but that means there's going to be somebody else open underneath.
Horston into Beck, the captain. Again, just great patience, Case.
And that's who's open this time, Stella Beck. They've had a lot of success off the arm ball with the roller. One more time there for Stella Beck.
She's got 10 in the game now. Oh, big play from the corner. What a basket there for the Phi.
Smiler coming on and giving an injection of energy off the bench. She's always solid defensively, but that time offensively, using the up fake and the speed to get to the cup. They needed something. The Queens were coming, and it wasn't Ashley Jones, it wasn't McKenna Dale, it wasn't any of the stars that we talk so much about, but Hayley Smiler, who's worked her way back into playing time throughout the season with energy like that.
You know who else is really kind, Case?
Tell me about it. A fuel company can be kind. How are they kind, Justin?
100%. Waitomo, of course, have had a big season with us in Tauahi. Win some free fuel, spin and win. There's the QR code. Get it done. And an early Christmas present for you. 47-37. Just over 2 to play. Been a terrific opening half Home team making the running right now. Brown has done so much. On this occasion, though, she set up the caravan too long in the paint.
Well, it's a travel because she went for the step through, and you can get away with the step through if you finish with the shot. But when she froze and stepped back, that's when it became too many steps because she didn't complete the play. And you notice the second McSpadden checks out, right into the paint. Let's go to Lou Brown. Let's see if she can attack. Keep an eye on that.
Big 2 minutes coming up here. Oh, Smiler with some space. Oh, that puts it down. The 24-year-old youngster, the local, with a big three and a couple of big baskets for her.
Confidence is high. 6 points in about 2.5 minutes. Way to step up and be seen.
Horston, oh, Jones just took away the chair. Park now. Goes back at
Smiler.
Oh, what a steal.
What a few minutes from Kaylee Smiler. Fantastic injection into the game. Find her again. She's got a triple. Give it to her.
Big moments right now for the fight. Jones, speaking of triples.
Well, that's a good backup plan. Let's just go to Ashley Jones, who hits threes like they're going out of style.
And for all the work the Queens have done here, the margin is back out to 16 with back-to-back threes. That's the way the five plays. Brown, the go-to for the Queens here this afternoon. That one too much on it.
Excellent defense, McKenna Dale. Giving up some strength, but she works hard to deter that shot.
And again, here comes the speed of Morgan Yeager.
Well, she's the best penetrator the Phi have, and they respect her three-point shot, and that's why this lane continues to open for excellent decision-making by the PG.
Well, we said this was a big 2 minutes. It's been a huge 80 seconds for the Phi. Game high margin right now. And Kaylee Smiler, talk about important minutes. Everything these young players take from the Rapid League. Kaylee Smiler, an indelible mark on this game right now.
She's forcing her way into this rotation. Give her some more minutes.
Brown with the miss from deep. Nearly got it back. Can't keep it in.
The Queens fall into this trap sometimes when they're down a few points. They start chucking up the triples. Once again, not what they need to do. They are 3 for 12 from deep right now. Well, the Phi, 6 for 12. That 9-point differential just from behind the arc certainly has something to do. And we have a timeout here as the Phi will discuss what they want to do on this last play. Yeah, it might be up 20 going into the break.
Both teams have their BNZ player timeout. Phi leaded by 18. Good early signs here heading into the half. Here's Alex Stojkovic.
Okay, we're going to zoom flare. So we've got Lena here, right? We've got Morgan. We're going to go McKenna here. We'll go Kaylee and Ash. Okay, so we're here. Snap it back. If they're denying the reversal, we're going straight here. Okay, right? McKenna, you're going to set the flare screen. You're going to set the flare screen, right? Morgan here, slip. If we can get the layup, hey, if we get the layup, Lena, we take it. If you can't get the layup, pass it to Morgan and ghost it. Get into the lane. Listen, get into the lane and look for Ashley. Okay, let's go. We've got player time on this one.
So much going well for this team right now. The Northern Group, Tauranga Phi, Queens with a mountain to climb. 28 to the half. And that margin at 18. Casey Frank, the last 90 seconds, just an explosion.
Well, there's been a couple of runs like that for the Phi tonight. We saw one at the end of the first quarter that stretched that lead out, and we have another one here at the end of the second. Championship teams, they close quarters, and that's what we're seeing from the Phi today.
A packed house in Tauranga for the grand final. And they will like what they're seeing right now. A long way to go. We know this Queens team can be resolute, but Morgan Yeager is just as resolute all the way to the hoop for another two. She has had a big first half, Morgan Yeager. Late chance here for the Queens. Brown from deep. Oh, they needed that. Margin at 20. What an opening half of this grand final for the Tauranga Phi.
Well, exactly what the Phi wanted to come out and do. We see some decent resistance from the Queens. They've fought their way back in a couple of times, but the high-octane offense, too much for the Queens defense in the first half.
Well, Lou Brown doing all she can right now for the Queens. Let's cross down to Taylor Johnson. She's got the double-double machine. They need so much more in the second half. Let's hear her thoughts.
Lou, obviously it's an uphill battle from here. What do you guys need to change in order to get on top of the 5?
Yeah, I mean, we need to match up transitionally. I think we can match them in the half court as long as we rebound the basketball, but transition, they're killing us. We've got to match up early, find the shooters, and I think that'll slow them down a little bit, yeah. But we definitely got an uphill battle, but as you know, we're not afraid of them, so.
Defensively, how are you going to stop them raining threes?
As I said, we've got to match up early, get a hand to them. We've got to force them to put the ball on the floor, but then we just got to stop fouling. We've got to stop trying to go for the Hail Mary block, stay disciplined and rebound the ball.
All the best for the second.
Thank you, thank you.
Now bringing in Morgan Jaeger. Incredible first half from the 5. Where do you think you're able to get on top of the Queens?
I think we're just playing the way we always have. We push the pace, get to the rim, get in the paint, kick out, shoot threes. I think we're just being ourselves right now.
How do you not become complacent with the lead and keep pushing yourselves?
I mean, this is a grand final. If we're going to get complacent in this game, what are we doing it for?
All the best for the second half.
I appreciate it.
Oh, we'll go into the break. It is going to be a good one. Maya Williamson and myself will dissect all the stats after this. My Hokima, welcome back to the GJ Gardner Home Sohi Basketball Aotearoa Grand Final, and it is the home team, the Tauranga 5, with a 20-point lead over the Toko Manawa Queens. It has been a phenomenal first half. If you are a 5 fan, if you're a Queens fan, you're a little bit worried at present. Maya Williamson, what did you make of that first half?
Well, the Fire were just electric and they came out with such energy and the crowd followed as such as well. They're knocking it down from the outside and they are punishing the Queens in transition. And the Queens at the moment don't really have an answer.
The Fire are shooting the lights out, and someone who is shooting the lights out, McKenna Dale, absolutely fantastic. She is feeling it tonight.
She loves these rims, as you can see. She is 3 from 3 from beyond the arc, 11 points. Highest scorer for the Fire tonight. She has been absolutely electric and they're giving her a lot of space and she's just got to take that and punish them all night long.
How do they stop her? Because at the moment they're just giving her too much space.
Absolutely, you've got to get up and force her to be a playmaker, force her to put the ball on the ground. You can't give her anything open from beyond the arc. She's 3 from 3. They don't want to catch Fire anymore.
And on the other hand, Lou Brown, she's having to work overtime because there's a big height disadvantage with the rest of her team up against the tall timber of the Fire. I mean, what have you made of her half?
I mean, we know she's a hustle player, right? She does all the little things. She gets her hands dirty. She's obviously got her double-double early on this game. She's doing extra dirty work that she doesn't usually do, and they've started to go to her a little bit more offensively, and she's executing really well from that low block position.
Let's look at the Chemist Warehouse stats here. What is this telling you, Maya?
I mean, look at that. 50% from the three-point line. That is a stat right there, and that is hard to stop. 6 from 12. If they continue on that trend, it's going to be hard to stop, but it's going to be a scoring frenzy. Tokomanoa Queens have to make an adjustment out of this halftime break.
And you look at that, 3 from 13 from 3 for the Tokomanoa Queens. I mean, someone like Florencia Chagas, who was a scoring machine outside the perimeter last week, hasn't even scored 1 point.
Yeah, the Queens look a little disjointed offensively at the moment. They're shooting a lot of like contested threes that aren't really in their favour. When they move the ball and actually get to the rim, they look a lot better, but they're going away from that a lot. Let's see if they can do that in the second half. They'll look a lot more like the Queens we know.
Well, the Queens we know last weekend had a last quarter blitz, so do not cut them out whatsoever. We are going to head into the second half after the break. Do not go anywhere in the grand final. The Fire leading 57-37.
Noah Hokimae, welcome back to Taronga. QEYC, the venue of this year's grand final. The Phi leaded by 20 at the half. Sure is hot in here. So too the Taronga Phi. They are running hot. Morgan Jaeger case went down in game number 1 this season with a broken wrist. Just 2 minutes into the season, she's back, she's firing, and she has been electric in the opening half.
I don't think myself personally or most of the pundits watching the league understood the impact she would have on this team. She's a fantastic player. I love the decision making, but to be able to throw in a pure point guard, a player that can distribute the basketball but also score like this when she's given the opportunity. Whenever we get, you see Sophie Rogers, Emma Rogers on the bench there, who's looking forward, possibly going to get a chance to come through in a bit. But it's been fantastic to see Jaeger's influence on this team when she's gotten back in the game. I love the handle, but it's the decision-making that's more impressive.
Averages 11.5 points a game this season. Morgan Jaeger, there she is, the young Australian point guard. She's got 12 to the half here in this afternoon's grand final. She's a game-high scorer. Leading scorers for the Queens, Stella Beck and Lou Brown, have 10 points apiece. Jordan Horston held to 7 in the first half. Ashley Jones held to 8 as well. And of course, the big story at the moment, Florencia Chagas yet to score, just the 1 shot taken.
And that's the way the game's flowed. It hasn't really found her. Against the Poakai last week was deep threes late. What I'm looking for in this second half, can Jordan Horston become a facilitator? When she wasn't going great for her offensively last weekend against the Poakai, she started to turn herself into a passer. Can she have that ability again? Can the Queens find a way to slow down the transition of the Phi? The best way to do that, make buckets, they can get it out of the net.
Well, they came back from 16 to win by 5 with 8 minutes to play last week. Can they perform a second miracle in a row? She looked like a foul underneath on the rebound, and Ji-Hoon Park has helped up. Maybe just a little bit sore for the Korean as well.
Chagas kind of forces the issue on that shot there. Not a bad shot, but not a wide open shot. Not a lot of activity there. And then McSpadden falls into Ji-Hoon Park after she had already hit the floor. No foul called. A little bit of harm, but not enough for a whistle.
First chance here to open the second half for the Phi. Guess who's got it? Morgan Jaeger. Again searching, so close to getting the opening points of this third quarter. Park chips in here for the steal.
Good signs early from the Queens, though. They're fighting. They're getting back in those passing lanes and making it difficult.
Chagas nowhere to go on McSpadden. Brown to Park.
Florencia Chagas has to punish that mismatch, was unable to do so.
Beck, quick hands inside to Brown. A little bunny missed underneath.
Those are the misses that you cannot have when you're down as big as you are right now. But Horston, with the anticipation in there, great with the steal.
And the pull-up too. That doesn't go down either.
They're not working together right now. You just find a way to involve your teammates a bit more.
Dale firing away quickly. Green light as always for the Phi. Here's Park. One side to the other. Pulls it back, should finish and does. Queens needed that. Underway in this third quarter.
Put on the brakes. Watch her go by. What a finish. Ji-Hoon Park keeping it going for the Queens.
Jaeger on the reverse.
And this is the thing about playing against a team with speed. You gotta watch out from behind, but the quick shots open the door if the Queens can hold possession.
Well, grand final MVP honors at the moment. Got a long way to go, but what an impression Jaeger has made. Nice hand in there from Chagas. Now Brown, the power forward for the Queens. Already a double-double in this grand final. They need something to go here. A burst of confidence. Can the Argentinian give it to them? Pulls up the dribble. Park a long way from home. Shot clock at 3.
Gotta shoot it. She doesn't see the clock.
Goes now. That's a deep shot. And again, just no flow there for the Queens. Jones, well held in the first half by her standards. Cowling now. Dale, look out. Set and prop. They go again from shooter to shooter. And both miss. McSpadden just stepped on the line on the rebound between the Queens sandwich.
Phi continuing to play with pace. Haven't added any scoring to the ledger since we came in for the second half. And Ally Stojkovic goes with Kayla Smiler. She wants to bring that energy, wants to bring a little enthusiasm, because right now the 5 flat, Queens haven't been able to take advantage just yet.
Smiler had that big run late in the second quarter. Here's Park, turn for 3. That one's off as well.
Good look, good execution, but they're unable to get the finish. Fire gonna wake up soon.
Maybe through Cowling. There's the contact. And she'll do some shopping from the Chemist Warehouse, Michaela Cowling.
Well, I know the Fire, what you're worried about is the 3-point shot, but the Queens are so extended that these driving lanes are not offering much resistance. Jihoon Park is sitting there at the free throw line. Michaela Cowling gets a full run up and can decide there's no help side from the weak side. They're not pitching it enough on the strong side. The spacing by the Fire really good, but I'd like to see a little bit more connectiveness by the Queens on the defensive end with some rotational effort there.
Well, we saw the Chemist Warehouse head-to-head prior to tip-off case, and obviously 3-point shooting is a big play. It's a big factor for the Fire. They put up more from outside the arc than any other team. So far here this afternoon, the Queens have put up more 3-point attempts than the Fire.
And that's interesting because, I mean, it's the resistance they're finding at the rim isn't enough as Felicia Chagas dribbles off her foot. Nice effort there defensively to make things tough. Queens, man, sometimes it's just an avalanche right now. It's the snowball effect is coming down the hill, and one thing's leading to another. They're down 19. And they came back from 16 down with 9 minutes to go a week ago. But this is, I think, a far superior offensive opponent today.
Some hustle here from the Queens, good signs. Oh, again though, off the leg. That's back-to-back, exactly the same spot on the court. Chagas with the first, Clark with the second.
Just inverted from one side to another. Those little mistakes, one by one, are just putting on an extreme amount of weight on the shoulders of this Queens team. If they're to have any hope of working their way back into the game.
Fire shooting at 48%, Queens at 37%. Rebound count here this afternoon, the Fire 27, the Queens with 21, Lou Brown with 10 of those. Fantastic play there for the Fire. Snyder unable to finish, and Tiana Clark a burst of speed now. Into the danger zone. Inside, outside, Chagas with the miss. Horston reaching up, loose ball. Clark after it, and she'll lock it down.
I mean, good execution in transition. I love the push, a wide open look, but Chagas is having no luck from deep. Jump ball goes back to the Fire.
And of course, Tiana Clark didn't start the season with the Queens. She was unsigned, a free agent. Ash Tyre went down with a knee injury early. In comes Tiana Clark.
And the injury late in the season, of course, as well. Tonight we're missing
Awatia Leach.
So that would normally be Awatia Leach's minutes in that spot. Tiana Clark has done a nice job in spot duty.
Yeah, Leach missing with a finger injury, out for the next 8 weeks. Brown inside, Horston takes it. Well, that's what the Queens need to do, more of that.
But the defense is excellent right now. They're making the Fire work. They've slowed down transition, and this Fire team not quite as aggressive we saw in the first half.
Smiler. Oh, how big have her minutes been in this grand final? Unable to finish.
I mean, the Queens quit playing on that, and they got let off the hook. Is Magic in the air once again? Can they get a bucket here and just keep this going a little bit?
Brown wants it inside. Should get it now, and she does. Gets it over to Horston. Oh, back-to-back right there for the taking.
I thought there might have been a little bit of contact. Nice interior post work. Doesn't get a bucket, though.
And now Smiler with a chance to make them pay. Sends it out to Cowling. Halfway down, there's a whistle here underneath. I think it's going to be a 5 ball, yeah.
I believe that was on Tiana Clark. Didn't see the number held up there by official of the year. Matt Bathurst. But either way, it is 5 ball on the baseline.
McKenna Dale and Michaela Cowling taking a break for this Fire team. Got some real depth, haven't they?
And they developed it throughout the season. Yeah, that's what happens when you have injuries as Jaeger gets to the cup and finally gets a layup. This time from the left side of the court to the right side for the finish, as we were hyper aware of that left-hand finish in the first half. But when you have those injuries early in the season, it forces you to bleed the back into the bench. And that's finally playing some dividends here in the final.
Game high 14 points now for Morgan Jaeger. Snyder, leading scorer in Tauihi in season number 1 back in 2022. Gets it to the corner, look out, Smiler. Underneath, Snyder.
Love the work rate. Love the work rate of Lena Snyder. Goes unrewarded, but you cannot fault that effort in any way, shape, or form.
Chagas still searching for her first points.
Look at Snyder everywhere. She's on the glass on one end, she comes down, she's in the play, she's on the floor.
Well, I know Stella Beck picked up Defensive Player of the Year, but Lena Snyder's been right up there this season.
Yeah, Snyder was certainly one of the players that had caught the fancy of some of the other coaches. But in the end, it was Stella Beck. I think multi-positional versatility that got her the nod.
There's Chagas. Brown. Jaeger was there, then walked away and paid the price.
Lee Brown gets that one to drop, and now she's up a little bit higher on the scoring sheet, up to 13.
Jaeger to respond. Defensive pressure was just enough. But she is a busy bee, Morgan Jaeger.
After that offensive explosion we saw in the first half from the 5, I would have taken the bet that they would only have 3 points 6 minutes into the third quarter.
Here we go.
The Queens have done the job defensively. They have slowed it down, they've jumped it up. They've made it difficult. Horston goes to the bench at a crucial time for the Queens right now.
That might be her first break of the game as well. Good hand.
Wide open, Ji-Hoon Park, when McSpadden says no.
And equally, Brown back the other way, but it doesn't stop McSpadden on the putback.
I'll tell you what, Lauren McSpadden loves to get any kind of turnover and lead that break. It is her dream, I think, to be the point guard in transition, Magic Johnson style. That time she goes for the own finish.
10 points, 5 rebounds this afternoon for Lara McSpadden. Again, danger signs here for the Queens. Chagas just cannot drop a shot.
The Queens, with Horston on the bench right now, Chagas gets the whistle. Need to find a way to impact the game in other areas.
I think maybe a foul there from Chagas, just out of frustration.
I don't think she was that bad a defensive play. She jumps up in front, but take another look at it. I mean, just a bad reach there. If you keep your hands out, it's probably not going to be a foul. With that forearm extended, you might even get offensive. But once you reach across the body there, that's an easy whistle.
30-second break for Jordan Horston is over. She's back on the floor now. And she's gone to Jaeger. So maybe a positional move there defensively by the Queens. They understand the damage that Morgan Jaeger has inflicted today. And nearly inflicted a little bit more.
Horston got that one, weak side defense, smacking it out.
Oh, she's come out with some attitude, Jordan Horston. But she's going to have to play defense again here. Look at the move, look at the pace. And a 3. Oh, that's the Fies game right there.
Space and pace. All afternoon long. That is what Alex Stojkovic preaches. And he is getting it in large supply.
Big basket, Kitasome. Pull up, Clark. Kitasome with the rebound. And again, they want to up the tempo here. McSpadden one into the other. Snyder, was there a travel in there? No whistle. Beck comes up with it.
Definitely a travel, but stays with the Queens, so no harm done.
Queens look gassed at the moment, Case.
They are having trouble keeping up, I think, with the temperature in here and the depth of the 5. They keep rotating bodies, but the Queens don't have that ability to do so, or the confidence.
Just not moving at the moment, the Queens. That's a poor shot from Tiana Clark, and look at this. The Fies sense the moment. Reaching in, Tiana Clark.
Yeah, the offense is just not finding the movement. You can't, and you see the body language of the Queens right now. It is disappointing. They can feel it. They just don't have the energy to keep up with the 5 right now. And guess what? Back in come the starters. Back in comes the MC. Snyder goes to the bench. Jones goes to the bench. More fresh bodies. for the Phi. They are rotating around. They're going to continue to push this pace.
You called it, space and pace. Watch the next 2 minutes. They may just wind their way forward to a championship in the next couple of minutes.
McSpadden has been very solid tonight. Adds another bucket, 12 points, 7 rebounds, 2 assists for the center.
Horston on the seal underneath. That's a handy two. Good feed from Lou Brown.
Nicely executed. Easy finish for Horston underneath.
She's up to 11. Kitasome making her presence felt right now. Cowling over Park. Another rebound for Brown. That's number 12, is it, for Lou Brown?
Double-double before halftime.
Park, Horston, inside. Again, the miss, but she gets it back. Second time's the charm. No, it's not. Lou Brown.
Oh, gets it. Rebound number 13 and point number 14. 5 offensive rebounds for Lou Brown. She is carrying a heavy load there on the glass.
Well, they had a 21-point turnaround to take down the Powakkai last week. Guess what they need to win this one? 21-point turnaround from here. Going to be hard, though. That helps. Park chipping in. Beck comes up with it. Another basket here. Maybe just give the Queens some confidence heading into the last change. Park stretches. Shot clock at 10. Cowling. Close attention, ends up with Brown, nowhere to go. She's got to get a shot up.
Look at that rotation of the Phi. Just really well connected, like they're tied together on a string. One player flows through, that weak side help comes across, gets a hand up. Lou Brown thought she had a clear open space, but Michaela Cowan keeps that rotation going. They're just working hard enough to make the offense very difficult to create for the Queens.
Jacinta Beckley now in for her first run of this grand final. Dying seconds. Can the Phi land a big blow here? They've made the running on reaching in there. Be interesting to see how this is called, Case.
21.
Just a holding foul against Lou Brown. And Jaeger will head back to the Chemist Warehouse.
That is the 5th whistle on the Queens here in the quarter. Know how many of the 5 come in?
No, that's your 4.
I'm going to go with 0.
It's a big 0. No fouls in the quarter for the 5.
Hey, Lou, just careful on the hole.
Normally that's a testament to not working hard, but that's not the case for the 5 today. They have just been excellent positionally, the rotations, keeping their hands out.
I'll tell you what I've been working on. I've been working on my spin and win. Free fuel up for grabs with thanks to Waitomo. Get your moolah now. Get some free fuel. And Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Always nice to get a little bit of help in the petty can. Now, Petra, man, it's getting dear. You want to know how I know? I just drove down from Auckland to Tauranga today. It was expensive to fill that one up.
You got here pretty quick, by the way.
Hey, don't
Just saying.
Don't say that on that. What are you doing? What are you trying to get? I got to go drive back still.
Jaeger with 1 from the line. Chagas with another miss, and that'll do us. A quarter to play, and right now, the Tauranga Phi have one hand on the championship trophy for 2024. They lead it by 21. Well, there's Tanya Tupu, coach of the Queens, third successive grand final for them here this afternoon, but they have an almighty mountain to climb. The Phi with a 21-point lead at three-quarter time. Hopefully, Coach Alex Stojcevic's pretty happy at the moment. Let's find out. We head down to the sidelines. Coach, got to be pleased with what you've seen in the opening three.
So far, so good. But we've seen against the Poakai last week what the Queens are capable of. So the next 5 minutes are going to be absolutely crucial for our season.
You're up 21 right now, Coach. Is this a time where you tell your team to actually take the foot off the petrol and just slow down a little bit, or are you still looking for ultimate speed at all times?
We're going, that's who we are. So if we get something in transition, we're taking it, okay? So, you know, we're not going to change our identity right now, so we're going to keep pushing until the end.
Thanks, Coach. Appreciate your time. Best of luck over the next 9 minutes 45. GJ Gardner-Holmes replay. This is how the opening play of the last quarter has started. I love that from Coach Stojcevic. No. Our identity is play fast, play hard. As Brown drains the three, they are not going to take their foot off the gas. Deep two, in fact, in the end.
Had the foot on the line. Well, look, you got to stick with your identity. You know who you are. You got to stick with it. But there's levels to it. You can temper that integrity.
McSpadden, she sticks with it.
She's been solid today. They don't ask her to do a lot, Coach Stojcevic. He feels the taste of that championship. That 9 minutes can knock it off the clock fast enough. And it was 9 minutes left a week ago when the Queens made their move. Do they have one move left in them?
Maybe Lou Brown from the corner. What a game today from Lou Brown.
Just loving Yihun Park gets the steal. Go again. Lou, touch them all.
Oh, I had it. Just fumbled in the end. It ends up with Park in the corner. Oh, that one way off to the right, unlike Yihun Park.
It's just, that's the kind of bucket where you hit there and the complexion of the game changes. You get that great steal, suddenly it's 15.
They would have brought it back to 15, yeah.
That's the kind of play that you can. And this is why if I'm the Phi, I'm slowing things down a little bit. I'm not being aggressive on the three. I'm aggressive on the rim all day.
McKenna Dale with space, bread and butter for the Kiwi champ.
Well, we haven't seen much from her since that first quarter where she was explosive. But you know you can just break that glass and in case of emergency when you need a bucket. It's a nice pull-up there.
Horston covered by Jaeger. Tough shot in the end. Park, right place, right time.
Jordan Horston needs to get a whistle. A lot of contact on that shot, and she is giving the stink face to the officiating crew right now.
Smiler. Really good minutes from her today. This might be a turnover. No, it was deflected. Shot clock at 8. Cowling knows it and draws contact from Park. Smart playing there, and even the crowd getting amongst it this afternoon in the grand final.
I think Laura McSpadden pretty fortunate not to get a legal screen on the ball there. That one there, I thought she was moving a bit and smashes in the back of Yihun Park. As we get right into your living room.
Here we go, pat on the back.
Let's go, move.
Got to get the good seats to get that kind of interaction.
Every seat filled here this afternoon. The Tauranga faithful. Is this their year? A maiden championship beckons. Queens won it in 22. Chagas tying up Snyder. The Kahu won it in 23. And maybe in game number 100 for GJ Gardner-Holmes Tauihi, maybe a new champion is about to emerge.
These have been solid minutes to start the quarter for the Queens. They're a little bit more locked in defensively. Can they continue it?
Snyder, look for some space.
Not with shots like that. Snyder, she hasn't been super aggressive offensively in the second half of the season, but she's hit some big buckets today.
Chagas just has not been able to nail those big buckets. She's still without any points in the game. 0 of 7 shooting. Dale now.
That's it. Once again, a little bit of frustration from Chagas. I don't think McKenna Dale is really going to be able to finish that. Chagas comes up and is just a little bit, commits pretty hard, goes under the screen and then gets that foul. McKenna Dale just exploring things on the drive. Gets herself another trip to the Chemist Warehouse strike.
Well, she had a game high.
2 shots.
I think it was 22 last week against the Poakai in the semi-final, Florencia Chagas. Just has not been able to get going here this afternoon. McKenna Dale with a rare miss from the stripe.
Most interesting for me is the difference between this Fi's team early in the season, where if Ashley Jones didn't have 35, there's no chance they were going to win. Today, Jones, 2 for 8 from the field, 8 points. Queens have done a nice job of focusing on her. But the Fi have learned how to just hum along without her activity because of the depth that they've developed throughout the year.
Yeah, it's a really good call, Case. Jaeger with 15, Dale with 14, McSpadden with 14, Queens with the timeout. They've got a bit of work to do from here. 21 down. Has been done before, though. We saw it just a week ago from this similar time, Case.
9 minutes down 16, maybe some magic can strike again.
You're going to pull your man out, so come out this way like you're going to shoot the 3, okay? You're doing the screen for Jordan. Jordan's going downhill, okay? You're playing the screen. Either or, it doesn't matter. Get to the hoop downhill. We've got shooters in the corner, and we go to work. Okay, keep playing D, okay? All right, let's keep going. Let's go. Chop away. Lou's got a circle around you.
Well, the Queens have got some hard work ahead of them, Case. This is easy work. This is really easy.
Oh, little Sal's NBL steal combo. Get the garlic knots in there, get a half and half. That's where it's at. Champions 2024.
Well, Maya Williamson's been listening into the Queens. Maya?
Obviously, offense is a massive issue for the Queens right now. Only 54 points. They're drawing up something a little different. They want to get a high on ball for Jordan Horston here. I think Tanya Tupu just throwing a lot of options out. Taylor, what was Alex saying?
Well, Alex is aware that the comeback is coming from the Queen. So he said, whenever you see someone like Lou Brown up high, keep her up there. Don't allow her to get into the paint. Don't allow anyone to get into the paint. Really use your bodies to avoid them getting in there and getting some easy buckets.
Thanks very much, Maya Williamson and Taylor Johnson on the sidelines here for this afternoon's grand final, doing a brilliant job. Been a big season for the entire team from Sky. This pro league here in New Zealand has really burst onto the scene in season number 3. Been fantastic. Still got 7.5 minutes to play though. Great work defensively, look out. Morgan Jaeger, one into the other, what a play.
She's playing at a different speed on that break. She got shot out of a cannon, read that so well. You have the mismatch down low. The passer has to throw that ball in high. They throw it low. That enabled Jaeger to get the steal.
Third steal of the game for Jaeger, and finally Chagas is on the board.
Cuts it to 20.
Jaeger, quarterback pass, late whistle there, the right whistle though, no doubt about the foul. Dale will head back to the Chemist Toy House.
And that's the aggression I like from the Fi. You don't have to throw it down and shoot up jump shots, but if you get the opportunity to get on the rim, and McKenna Dale's been as good as anyone this season at leaking out and making herself available for the teammates, you take that opportunity. You continue to attack the painted area, although it's not painted on this court, of course, and force the officials to make calls and get yourself some easy buckets, because they have been strolling down the lane all afternoon long. Have the Fi.
Dale drains the pair, she's up to 16. Some subs here for the Queens. 6:48 to play. Christmas is about to arrive in Tauranga, unless the Queens can perform some similar magic to what we saw in Christchurch. Beck, Park, Horston wants it down low. Park fires from deep. And that one right over the top.
Desperation time now. We need a half look, they're going to take it. 5 for 26 from beyond the arc, all the Queens. And they don't want to shoot this many threes. They're having to do it because they're trying to find some way to get back in the ball game. But right now, that answer does not look like that's going to get them past this test.
What a season it's been for this Fi team. 1 win from their opening 6 games. Loss number 5 was by 33 points to the Kahoo. And here they are on center stage and firing on all cylinders.
Ashley Jones reaches double figures with her 11th point there. The step back, find some space, knock it down.
And they come up with it again. The swarm, they go forward. Dale, big block. Stella Beck
Wow, excellent timing, Stella Beck, and now coming back the other way, Lou Brown from deep.
The captain to Brown. Just cannot put it down. And the tempo is up again. Jones, inside, outside, but she stepped on the sideline.
It's the best defender in the league. That sideline always gets it done. And then take another look at Stella Beck's recovery.
Oh, look at
Get
that.
that shot out of here.
Timeout, timeout.
Well, she is one of the best shot blockers in the competition, Stella Beck, Defensive Player of the Year. Timeout called here. Alex Stojcevic, I think.
Well, it can't be Stojcevic, it's Queen's ball.
There you go.
So this is it here for the Queens. 5:40 left. If you, it's unlikely the comeback can be on, but maybe we can taste that championship dream one more
They're
time.
rolling.
Well, some words of motivation. Let's listen in.
Guys, okay? We don't give up on that trend D. Got to keep fighting. Okay? Just on the, let's go back to spin action. We need to get space first. They're clogging it in on the high on ball. Okay? Get into the corners, make a decision, but you have to attack the rim to get the ball to the corner. Okay? Rise up, pass back out. We're looking to let it fly, but we need to attack the rim. Okay? You know, spin, no screens. There's no screens in it. Don't go and set a screen. Okay? Get the wheel action. Okay? Go behind. Turn on.
By shooting at 48% this afternoon, the Queens at 35%. Interestingly, the Queens have put up 7 more three-point attempts than the Phi. Phi have only put up 20. That's got to be a season low. All of the stats, of course, with thanks to our official stats provider, Chemist Warehouse.
To me, that comes from two things. The desperation of the Queens. They've been down big most of the day, so they're looking more for that three-point shot. And the ease with which the Phi could attack the basket in the first half.
All or nothing right now for the Queens. Clark. It ends up with Park. Horston now, doubled straight away. And in the end, good clean hand is the call for McKenna Dale.
I thought there was a bit of arm there. Looked like a lot of forearm. McKenna Dale, let's take this arm out. Let's see if she gets the ball or something else. A lot of ball, good call.
Point officials all over that.
Well done, Callan Welsh. Baseline official jumped on that.
Beck. Park. Good position underneath. She gets it to go.
Well, where's the pressure? Queens have to be up. They can't let this Phi team get tipsy. They know it's tough, but it's the only way you're going to get back in it.
Jihoon Park, 13 in the game. That's come off the Queens. MVP is going to be interesting.
We have to start thinking about that vote, Justin.
Have to start thinking about it. No doubt. Jaeger right in the mix, you would think.
If things stay where they are right now, as we see Jones hit the floor, things hit the way McKenna Dale came out was so effective in the game earlier. I've loved what I've seen from Morgan Jaeger throughout things. McSpadden, I think her influence in the third quarter was really impressive.
I've got to say, our viewers, on the money there for mine, there is Morgan Jaeger taking a seat. She's been a destroyer here this afternoon. Turnover. Queens will come up with it. 5 to play. The mountain looks ginormous. Oh, risky stuff. Beck and Park. Jones was just lurking like a shark.
There's no let up from the Phi. They have stayed solid throughout.
Clark, nice pass to Horston.
Oh, the speed of that cut. So difficult to defend.
Horston up to 13 to go with her 7 rebounds. McSpadden. Kitasome over Brown. Rebound. Here's Cowling. They go again. They've got all the time in the world, but Kitasome says, no, I'm going to go straight away.
And the quick trigger is ingrained in this team. Alex Stojcevic has his style, and he has taught it well to this Phi squad.
9th triple of the game as Park responds.
4 minutes left. Now's the time. Let's just slow it down now. No, they're still going. Look at the pace. You can taste that champagne because they're putting it on ice.
Jones to Dale. Beck with the rebound.
Going to be a timeout to the Phi.
Dale with the foul. And Stella Beck may have to have a think about this during the timeout. Alex Stojkovic wants to bring his team in, and maybe that's the message that you've just mentioned, Case. 4 minutes to play, game is in the keeping. Let's make sure we keep it that way. Time is on our side as these two teams head to the benches, maybe for the last time in season 2024. A new champion, you would think, from here will be crowned. Let's head down to Alex Stojkovic and hear his words.
Offensively here, they might come out in a 2-3 zone, one possession, right? So we're in drags, man or zone, we're in drags. Morgan, left hand side, Speddy trailing here, okay. Let's put Ash, McKenna on the weak side, MC in the ball side corner. Morgan get into lane, roll, MC lift out of the corner, play out of it, okay, right? Hey, let's stay aggressive, pressure on the basket, defensively, back, defensive 3, then watch the cuts. We're good. Couple of stops here, we're good, let's go.
The message of a championship coach in waiting. Margin at 22. 5 players in double-digit scoring for the 5 this afternoon. And Casey, they've got 22 off the bench. Maya Williamson has been listening into the Queens.
Good thing is for the Queens, their hopes are still high. It might be a little too late for this offensive adjustment, but Tanya Tupu is honing down on the fact that they can't just do one-on-one drives. They really need to move off the ball and get some backdoor cuts going. It might be a little bit too late, but good to see they're holding on to hope. Taylor?
Well, I'll tell you what, Alex Stojkovic is a very hard man to please. He has asked his team for at least 5 more stops. When you take a look at the scoreboard, he is still very much going for a even bigger deficit. 5 more stops, he said, and be more aggressive on defense. It's already getting quite aggressive out there, Casey Frank.
More aggressive on defense.
Come on, coach.
What are we doing here?
Come on, coach.
There's no other games.
Wow.
Points percentage doesn't count from here.
Jaeger playing like a champion. What a game this afternoon from Morgan Jaeger. Rogers is impressed.
She started the game off with some fantastic drives, finishing here late. McKenna Dale with another fantastic effort defensively, forcing another turnover for the Queens. That's their 17th of the game. 11 of those coming from steals by the 5.
Jaeger, good hand, Brown. She comes back up with it though. Jaeger to Cowling, Cowling to Jaeger. No, there's going to be a foul here. I think Cowling crashing through Lou Brown.
Penalty.
How good has this crowd been here this afternoon? Lots of Queens on the road travelling up from Wellington. Great to see them. But the Phi, they've packed the gym and they can sense a magical occasion here. There's McKenna Dale's parents all the way from Connecticut. Dale and Kate in the crowd. What a time to visit New Zealand.
What a time to be in the Mount.
Absolutely.
Lodonga for Christmas. I'll tell you what, if these girls, these ladies on the court start sharing the pics of what we're doing around the championship week to some of their teammates back in the States, former teammates, I think we might see an influx of top-tier players coming our way.
I've got no doubt about that, Casey. Tauihi has made a lot of news globally this season. Season number 3, game 100 this afternoon. And there's going to be a lot of people, a lot of internationals, a lot of Kiwis wanting to keep coming into this competition. Horston with the miss. Goes the second time. Just has not been her day. Lou Brown has been active. Sends it out to Beck. Beck, indecision. You can see it in the shot. Brown.
Look at the work rate. Love the work, Lou Brown.
Beck underneath. Finally something there for the Queens.
All of us. We're going this way.
Lou Brown leaving every single inch of herself on the floor. She has just worked as hard as she possibly could. 19 points. That says 13 rebounds. I thought she might have had a couple extra. She's got 4 assists as well.
I'll give you a hand, boys.
The work rate cannot be faulted for Lou Brown. But today, the Phi, all class. Just too much class for the Phi right now.
Well, we saw it right throughout the back half of the season, didn't we?
We talk about the start. They were 1-5. at one point this year, on the bottom of the table. I know that would have been desperate times. Unsure if anybody was going to come back healthy. The style that they wanted to play, they were unable to implement.
And let's not forget that 5th loss was against the Kahoo. It was the greatest ever loss in the history of the competition for the Five. So not only were they 1-5, they were in the dumps.
And just a testament to the mental fortitude of these women. As you see, Snyder missed that jump shot, but to have that start of the season, finish the next 6 games 5-1, winning the semi, Morgan Yeager with the bucket.
Yeah, they're going to end up on a 7-1 run to the championship. And they get a mini win there as well. Have a look at this, TJ Gardner-Holmes replay. Smart play here. Morgan Yeager with the Falcons.
Heads up. Let her know about it.
Said sorry.
You know, it's part of the game. Nothing untoward there.
I love that right at the end.
Oh, she's been heady. She's been a heady player. Been fantastic addition back to this Phi squad. And that's when they lifted, bringing Dale into the starting lineup and Yeager back from injury, Cowling back from injury, all kind of happened at the same time.
Cowling in and out, rebound number 14.
We got 2 minutes to talk. Let's talk about the sacrifice Michaela Cowling has made this year. Last year, All-Star 5, the offense was completely on her shoulders. This season, she's been a defensive player, she's been a facilitator, taking the offense where it comes, but she's given up that part of her game for her teammates.
Yeah, no doubt about that. And it's going to end up in a championship for Michaela Cowling and her teammates. Park comes up with it. 2 minutes to play in season 2024. A new champion to be crowned shortly as Chugga strains the 3.
Chugga's doing a little bit of damage late. She's now got 6 points.
Yeager missed so much of the season with a broken wrist, but she's made her presence felt late. Misses the triple, rebound Snyder, surrounded by green singlets and all tied up. Lena Snyder, second time in Tauihi for her, played for the Hoiho in 2022. She's about to celebrate with the rest of her teammates. We're not done yet though. This is a team that will keep their foot on the gas. Cowling stepped out of court, close attention there from Lou Brown. Halfway mark of the season, Casey, we talk about the Phi at 1-5. At that moment, the Queens were 5-2. The Queens were top of the ladder. The Phi were bottom of the ladder.
Elevators, lifting some teams up, taking some teams down. And the Queens, wasn't an injury, it wasn't really, I think it was a little bit of teams started to figure out how they were trying to be effective. Teams started to come into their own a little bit more. I mean, the Bolters at the start of the season, the Kahoo, the Queens, just weren't able to keep it up over the entirety of the season.
Park adds another 2, 17 in the game here for her this afternoon. 7 rebounds, 4 assists, 3 steals and a block for the Korean international. 1 to play. This crowd's about to get loud. Snyder. You look across this Phi team, just so many stars, so deep. TJ Gardner-Holmes replay, turning the corner. Snyder off to the Chemist Warehouse. 3 17-year-olds in today's grand final as well. The future is bright for New Zealand basketball.
Can we clear the benches out and give them a little bit of a chance?
Well, Kitiana Hippolyte for the Queens, Alice Hokianga and Emma Rogers for the Phi, all 17 years of age. What a moment for them.
Hey, Coach Stojkovic, can we get them on the court? Can you let them taste this championship? There's a minute left, you're up 19.
Horston on the turnaround, 5 of 19 shooting for the WNBA star here.
Oh, here he is. Look up the end of the bench now. Come on, Coach. The Phi team, they are ready to celebrate a title as Morgan Yeager gives one more shimmy to the corner.
Cowling, around the world. Brown comes up with it. Are we going to get a whistle? Are we going to clear the benches? Park, crowd starting to celebrate. Beck for 3, The captain can't convert. And the moment is now. 15 seconds to play, crowd on their feet. What a season. Tauranga, stand up, celebrate. You are the 2024 GJ Gardner Homes Tauihi champions. Here we go. What a season it's been, and this team is celebrating their first ever Tauihi Basketball Aotearoa Championship. There's the Dale family. What scenes. Goosebumps for Ashley Jones as this Phi team comes together and celebrates a magical season, and they've done it in style, Casey Frank.
Started from the bottom, now they're here. 1-5. To 2024 champions. It was not an easy road. There were roadblocks at every turn. Injuries before the season started. Losing their point guard 2 minutes into the year. Shuffling of the lineup. But after it's all said and done, the hard work, the grind, the sweat, the tears, always worth it when you get to lift that trophy.
No doubt about that. Let's not forget Michaela Cowling.
So all of them, you know, they got me here. So I'm so thankful that they could be here.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Me too, actually. Well, Lou, a tough finish, not the way you guys wanted it, the team wanted it to happen. Firstly, just share a little bit about the thoughts of the season and what went on, and unfortunately coming up short.
Yeah, thoughts on the season. I think it's been a season that's been like this for us, but I'm just so proud of this team because the ups, the downs that we've had, we always took together and we just stayed like this. Like we had an incredible leader in Stella Beck on the floor, off the floor, who just kept us here the whole season, and that's how we got here tonight, and I'm proud of my team for getting here. And then the Queens as an organisation as a whole are special. I think a lot of teams should strive to be, you know, respect women's basketball and provide like the Queens do. It's like nothing that I've ever had before. So yeah, something special is happening at the Tokomato Queens, Wellington, under Walt, Rachel, Tanya, having Mel this year as well. So really special to be a part of it. I'm proud of the girls. We always stay together, and yeah, unfortunate loss tonight, but fight with a better team for sure.
Turning the focus today, you say they were the better team. What was it about their style of play that made them so difficult to overcome?
I mean, they can shoot the heck out of it. all up and down the floor. They're quick, and they, you know, we want to get them in the half court, and they did a really great job of not letting us play the game that we want to play, and they played their style of game, broken play, early threes, that kind of stuff, and we know that, and it's a tough style of play to guard. Tough style of play to guard. They were hot coming into tonight on the back end of the season. They really clicked, so congratulations to Fight.
Not the way you wanted to finish, but congratulations on a tough year.
Yeah, thanks so much.
Well, Christmas trees are set up in the lounge rooms right around Taronga, and the biggest gift of all has just been delivered. The Five take out the championship of 2024, 90-71. Presentations coming up right after the break.